So thank you for joining us. I wanted to introduce myself. My name is Diane Zapata. I'm the Director of Volunteer Engagement. And with me is Krissy Hutflesz, the Volunteer Engagement Manager.
Hi, thank you for joining us.
One thing I want you to know is that Eddie Shaheen, our other Volunteer Engagement Manager, is behind the scenes. She's running the show for us today to make sure that things go without a hitch. You will get a chance to see her a little bit later today, but when I call out for Eddie, I just wanted you to know who I was talking to. So now that we're kind of gathering together in the room, I would like to know who's in the room. So Eddie, can you put up a poll? We would like the volunteers to tell us, how long have you been a volunteer for Second Harvest? Wow. Oh my gosh, critical mass. Look at this. This is so exciting. Okay, first of all, I cannot believe that we have people from 11 to 15 years, and we've got so many people that just started volunteering after COVID.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I've only been here a year.
How about it? I've been here for almost 10 years, and it's just great to see such an array of volunteers that have been here. Oh, I bet you have so many stories. That is so cool. We also have some fun food bank trivia. So we're going to find out how well you know us. So Eddie, we're ready for the first question if you got it. So the food bank, and I call it that because it was called the food bank back then, was founded in 1974 in a location on King Road in San Jose. How many square feet do you think that location was? Wow, we've got a good array here. So looks like it's tied between 600 and 1,200. The correct answer is 1,200 square feet. That was the original location, which is about the size of my home. I cannot even imagine trying to run a food bank out of my home.
No, so small.
That's incredible. Yeah, the other thing that you might not know is that that location was actually on at a strip mall on King Road. So Second Harvest moved into its brand new facility in June of 1992 at 750 Kirtner. How much was the annual rent that year?
We'll see how many people can get it right.
I know what I'd like the rent to be. I know what I want it to be. Krissy, I shouldn't ask you. Do you have any idea the answer to this one?
I actually got it wrong the first time. We'll see how many people get it close this time.
Oh my gosh. So look at this. Wow, this is a pretty good distribution, actually. Back when I was in the MBA program, they would have said this is a perfect distribution, almost. The actual answer is $1. That is true. And that is because the city of San Jose set that land aside for us because they're such supporters of the food bank, and they lease it out to us for a very nominal fee. In 2015, Second Harvest distributed 67 pounds of food, or approximately 5.5 million pounds per month. How many pounds per month are we distributing on average now? Krissy, you can't answer. I know you know the answer to this one.
Yep, I know the answer to this one.
Oh my gosh. You guys know Second Harvest. You are absolutely correct. Correct. 11 million pounds is what we are distributing on average per month right now. Krissy's going to talk about that a little bit later because she will be talking a little about our impact and some stats on there. So thank you again for participating. I hope that was kind of a fun way to get started. Great to see how many of you know so much about us. The real reason that we're here, and I'm sure a lot of the reason that you're here, is to make a difference in the community. So that's all about the clients. And right now, I'd like to take a moment to introduce you to two of our clients, Kaylee and Susan.
I have two kids. Peterson, he is 5 years old. He has stolen my heart. And Kaylee, she's my dream baby. I dream her up just the way she is. She's perfect.
Some of my dreams are probably becoming a writer, becoming a doctor or surgeon, and maybe even filming a movie.
We live on a 1-bedroom apartment with my mom and my stepdad. Before the pandemic, I had a part-time job doing advertising. We were getting by. After the pandemic, things got a little harder. I was not going to be able to have a part-time job anymore because my kids had to stay home for homeschooling. I was worried. I didn't know how we were going to survive. I took a moment in my car, letting all those feelings out.
There definitely was a time where I thought, am I gonna have a roof over my head, food?
I just talked to my mom. And she was like, "Oh, I saw this place that it's called Second Harvest." When she got home and we opened the boxes, they were milk, eggs, cheese,
Fruits, vegetables, chicken, those tiny tomatoes, cucumber. I was basically like, ooh, what's in this box? What's in that box? Oh my gosh.
and we were able to use that money that we had for the food on bills and other things that we needed to pay at that moment. I really hope they find a way to control this pandemic so I can go back to work. But I somehow need my kids to go back to school for me to be able to go back to work. So it's a process. It makes me feel in peace knowing that I have Second Harvest as my food provider during this pandemic, because I don't have to worry about getting food for my kids.
Such a beautiful video. Again, my name is Krissy, and I'm lucky enough to get to be one of the volunteer managers here at Second Harvest. I relate to that video. Just like Susan, my kids have been distance learning this last year, and it can be very difficult. In the video, Kaylee says, anything is possible, which is how I feel about feeding the community with your support. Kaylee's mom inspires her to be the best she can be, and they inspire us to join in the fight against hunger. I'm the mom of 3 kids, and just like Susan, would do anything to make sure my kids had a healthy meal and did not go to bed hungry. This has been one of the most challenging years in our community's history. We could not have done this essential, important work without all of you as volunteers. Thank you for all you've done. During 2020, you have helped distribute over 11 million pounds of food. That was seen in one of the earlier polls, like Diane brought up. And if you could just imagine, that is the equivalent of 275 big rigs filled with healthy food. That's a lot of food.
It really is, Krissy. When I think about 275 big rigs lined up one against the other, caravan style, going down the road, I just cannot even, I mean, that's amazing that it's that much in just the space of a month. That is incredible.
I agree, Diane. We have helped distribute and source double the amount of food. Your generosity means the world to the people that we serve. Thank you so much for your time, your patience, and your trust that we were keeping you safe while supporting such an important mission. We've launched over 130 safety-focused, low-touch drive-through distributions, providing pre-boxed food. You may have found yourself volunteering at one of these drive-throughs and seen the look on the client's face as you helped register, traffic control, or put those essential food boxes into the vehicle's trunks. It gives me hope and makes me feel like we're contributing to bettering someone's day. I picture myself in need and that feeling of gratitude when others help me. That's the gift you're giving to our clients. Thank you so much. As a volunteer ambassador, you represent an important part of Second Harvest and reflect our values. These hours you volunteered helped feed an average of 500,000 clients. I'm going to say that number again. It's huge. 500,000 1,000 clients in San Mateo and Santa Clara County. That's double what we were serving pre-pandemic.
Krissy, I don't mean to interrupt, but I've been with the food bank a while, and to reflect back on the work that we were doing before COVID and now what's happened since then, and to be able to scale that quickly, I'm just blown away, because without volunteers, there is no way we could have met the need of the community.
I agree. Overnight, you helped us raise that level of need and met it. Thank you so much. We expect this elevated need to last for the foreseeable future. This food that you're helping distribute helps kids and families have access to enough nutritious food that not just only feeds and fills their stomachs, it means this is something they can count on. It offers hope and relieves the burden on anybody who finds himself worrying about having enough to eat. Thank you for making it possible to serve double the neighbors, double the amount of food. We're stronger together, and your volunteer work is making a difference in our clients' lives. If you have any questions, please put them in the chat now. We can't answer live, but we'll get back to you within a week. I'm really excited to present our next video. It's a beautiful song with words rewritten by 2 employees, Dave and Sam. Thank you so much. Enjoy.
Gonna take the cow train down to Tennessee.
heard this video several times and I just never get tired of it. So this song was written and performed especially for you from David Saxon, our volunteer manager at Cypress, and Sam Ray. This was actually performed live for some of our food sort volunteers. Maybe some of you were there for it, and I hope you were. The greatest part about this, besides the song, is just seeing you. The great part is I can actually feel and see the smile coming through the masks. So we are honored again to do this work with you. And in a year that's been so tough, I don't want to belabor, but we know what's happened, right? The pandemic, COVID, shelter in place. It's just been a really, really trying year on many levels. But the joy in this last year, sincerely, has been you. The light that you bring, the joy that you bring to this work, I can't even put it into words. So I just wanted to thank you again. I'm saying it probably too much, but seriously, you have been an absolute light and an absolute joy, and it makes it all worthwhile. And I know you're making a big difference in the lives of our clients and our community every single day. So hopefully we won't have any technical difficulties. I think we've had a few, but no matter how often you practice, sometimes your internet doesn't work as well as you like it to when you do it live. So we do have another video. This is a special thank you from our own CEO, Leslie Baccio, as well as some of our clients and staff. Enjoy.
Hi, I'm Leslie Baccio, CEO of Second Harvest of Silicon Valley. We want to say a tremendous word of thanks to all of our volunteers. You have touched the lives of so many people, and you're going to hear from many of them today. Thank you for being part of our family here at Second Harvest.
Estaba preocupado porque no sabía cómo íbamos a obtener el dinero para seguir pagando las cuentas que tenemos.
When COVID first hit, we had a lot of sleepless nights trying to figure out how are we going to get twice as much food out, and the community stepped up in a way that we could not have even foreseen. Volunteers, they heard the call, they came in, and they made the difference. We could not do this without the volunteers.
Because volunteers give of themselves in these tremendous ways, our clients have relief. They have a sense that they're not alone, that people care about their situation, and not just care about it, but they're willing to put some skin in the game to address it.
Sí, estaba un poquito nervioso porque no sabía cómo nos iban a tratar aquí o qué nos iban a pedir, pero ya ahorita ya estamos más tranquilos y le damos gracias a ellos por el trato que nos están dando a nosotros y la comida.
Absolutely, volunteers are changing people's lives. We're serving, on average, 500,000 people per month, and we absolutely could not do that without our volunteers. They're handling heavy produce, heavy canned goods, sorting it, making sure that it gets put into boxes appropriately, all the way to actually taking those boxes and stacking them on the pallets. That's really heavy work, it's hard work, and it's important work.
Our volunteers are selfless, they're strong, they're fun, they're focused, they're passionate, and they're servants. They love well.
La comida de aquí está muy buena, sí, está muy bien para los niños y para nosotros. Y sentirme un poquito más aliviado de no preocuparme tanto en cómo puedo conseguir la comida sabiendo que aquí nos pueden ayudar.
I just cannot even put into words what it has meant for volunteers to continue to come in and help us and get this work done.
I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for the time, the labor, the love, the sweat that you gave. And because of you, many of us have greater hope that we can do even more when we work together.
A todos los voluntarios quiero decirle que gracias por donar su tiempo y atendernos. Gracias y atendernos con respeto y amabilidad. Muchas gracias a todos.
Thank God that there are people like you helping people in need.
Cảm ơn đã giúp đỡ cho gia đình mình cũng như tất cả mọi người ở trong mùa dịch này có được những cái thức ăn rất là ngon và bổ dưỡng.
En nombre de toda mi familia, yo les agradezco y en nombre de toda la gente también.
So we hope that you're enjoying this event and you feel like it was a good use of your time. Although we really would love to celebrate each of you at every food distribution, at every food sort, it just wasn't possible. Luckily, we did have the chance to say thank you in a virtual way. So we're so glad that you did join us. We hope that you also saw the many celebrations on our social media channels. We've been celebrating volunteers from Daly City down to Gilroy. You've also gotten to see a few of us today, but you've only seen a couple of faces. There's much larger team and a larger organization. And we are all dedicated to supporting volunteers, supporting our clients through volunteers. And just know that we are all so grateful for what you are enabling us to do together. So we are going to sign off with a video. Now, this is actually going to show some of the in-person events celebrating our volunteers. Hopefully some of you had a chance to see it in person, but if not, we hope that you feel the celebration, the love, and thank you again. It is such a joy to do this work with you. Enjoy.
Thank you.